Hi there, Randy Moss, Jerry
Bailey.
We have been asked to give our opinions about the Breeders' Cup Classic post-position draw and what impact it might have on who wins. And really, let's start with City of Troy.
Post 3 it's not the post I would choose if I have my choice. I would rather be a little farther out just in case something goes wrong at the break and he doesn't get away particularly well. But if he breaks and runs and gets a good position, it's a great post. So we won't know until after the race.
Yeah, to me, the real problem with post 3, and I wouldn't like it if I was them, is the potential for kickback. As a turf horse trying to make the transition to dirt, the fact that he's never had the dirt spray in his face is a concern to everybody. It's a concern to them. It's a concern to Aiden O'Brien, Ryan Moore. And from post 3 down on the inside, if horses cross over in front of him, if he's not quite fast enough early, then he has the potential of getting hit with a shower of kickback that might not help his chances.
Right, and you can't move forward on a horse if he's fighting the dirt in his face. He's retreating. So it's harder to even get out into the clear when he's doing that. So hopefully City of Troy is mentally tough enough to accept not only a different surface he's running on, but also that dirt coming back in his face, which he's never had.
And this won't shock anybody, but we talk a lot about horses and about these horses in particular. And I know from our conversations that one of your primary concerns about Fierceness pre-draw was post position.
Right.
You were worried about him getting stuck at an inside post, just like City of Troy has. You feel better about him now, though.
I do, because Fierceness as well has had an issue. It's been several races since he's had this, but of not breaking particularly well. Horses bumping him around, and then the kick back in his face, and he gets shuffled back, and he's out of his comfort zone. But with the way the draw turned out, there's very slow horses to his left, very slow horses to his right. So even if he doesn't break perfectly, he does have enough early speed to where he should get a forward, very comfortable position, likely stalking the early speed.
Yeah, I like Fierceness's post position drawn outside, so that doesn't bother me at all. In a sense, talking about the impact of the post position draw on the Classic, we're kind of trying to make lemons out of lemonade here, because the Classic is at 1.25 miles, like the Kentucky Derby, which means you've got that long run down the stretch before you hit the first turn. It minimizes the impact overall of post position. I usually don't pay a whole lot of attention to it.
No, I agree, especially with the configuration at Del Mar here. It starts at the top of the stretch, so as you pointed out, a long time for the jockeys to get their positions that they choose. And it looks like, unless somebody stumbles from the gate, that everybody should get their preferred trip. I think Arthur's Ride will be on the lead, breaking from post 12. Probably Fierceness second. And then you're going to have a kind of a question mark. Is it City of Troy? Is it Highland Falls? Taking up the third and the fourth spot. And then you have your closers, the Japanese horses. Sierra Leone, who was narrowly beaten in the Kentucky Derby. He'll probably be something like 8th or 9th back there. He usually comes with his run lead.
Yeah, and we'll give you a little sneak preview. We'll slide a little handicapping in here, a little sneak preview of something that you might hear on NBC if we have time to actually get into it. And that would be Arthur's Ride at 15-1 in the morning line. I have a feeling he's not going to be 15-1 because I've heard from a lot of people that have the same opinion we have, that if he sets the pace and they leave him alone, that he's very dangerous.
Well, he's done it before.
Yeah.
Against very high-quality horses. In the Whitney handicap at Saratoga, he did that very thing at 1.8 miles. And the way he won that race, 1.25 miles, the extra 1/8 of a mile should not have been a problem. There's two horses that have run the fastest of any. It's Arthur's Ride and Fierceness. They have, on their best day, they have run equally fast and are faster than the rest of the horses. And the way I always like to look at it, if every horse brings their best race, doesn't always happen, but if they do, those are the two fastest horses, Arthur's Ride and Fierceness. I think they both get their preferred trip. Arthur's Ride on the lead, Fierceness just a stalking second, and then you'll have the closers. And I don't think the pace is going to be over the top.
I don't know. And from a gambling standpoint, and this is a gambling sport, Arthur's Ride is a lot bigger price than Fierceness. So it's a nice value. So we're in Paradise. We're at Del Mar. We're done here, so we're going to go hit the surf. Oh, wait a second. It's October. It's not August.
Too cold for me.
We'll look at the surf. It's beautiful here.
Adios.